football, but the Argos still have it. It is still their football. Kemp suffering the same kind of fate Jay Barker did several moments of this game with a collapsing pocket. Collapses all too quickly.
And Hamilton is so daggone fast on the defense. They can swarm in a hurry. Just Jimmy Kemp standing in the pocket. Everything looks good. They show blitz and they drop off. They collapse the pocket. Now he's got to get out and around. Linebackers just come up and play it. They've got Tiggle forcing him into the inside. Griggs is out there. Higgins is out there. Heck, everybody's out there.
On second down and 12, Kemp airs it up. His receiver is knocked down. It's the pinball, and there's a flag. It's taken by Rob Hitchcock. But the flag should go against the Tiger Cats as Mike Clements was knocked down just as he made his turn. And it will. Interference called against the Tiger Cats.
Forward pass interference. Hamilton, number 28, non-deliberate, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's a proper call, Rod. You know, it's non-deliberate. They just, right here, they just, you know, get their feet locked up. And a situation where pinball's going to the corner, boom, they trip over each other. And Hitchcock showing great range like a shortstop, flying to the football, making a diving catch. Here it is in its entirety. Got Mike getting a matchup, leaning hard to the corner, boom, trip right there. And Hitchcock coming out of nowhere, covering some ground, makes a tremendous interception. All for naught, though, because it was an incidental 10-yard penalty.
As opposed to intentional, which of course would go at the point of infraction. But as it stands, it's an Argo first down across their 45. At the midway point of the third quarter with a 9-point lead. Pressure's coming from the Ticats. It's handed off. And Darren Joseph has a pretty good carry up towards midfield to about the 53.
Joe Mumford got a swerve on. He is making it happen, folks. Coming hard backside, just got a bead on Darren Joseph. And just when he gets to the ball carrier, it looks like he hasn't eaten, and Joseph is a piece of meat, and he just goes at him like a ravenous dog. It's amazing how he attacks that football.
He had big pressure earlier in this game and a couple of sacks to add to his total already in this young season. Good under pressure, talking about sacks. Just avoided one there, wide open.
Unbelievable.
Tyrone Brown, first catch. And it's a big Argo first down.
Oh, Jimmy Kemp just saved himself a good week in the hospital by ducking that one, because Mr. McGriggs was coming with all his might, and he saw him at the last possible second and ducked down and made a play happen. Lamar Griggs has got a bead coming off the backside right there, full sprint, just right up over the top. He does the Houdini on him and throws a strike for a major completion and puts Toronto in scoring position.
No matter where Jimmy Kemp has played, San Antonio or Sacramento or Montreal, Saskatchewan or Edmonton, he's always been a reliable backup and having a pretty good drive right here. That one, however, lucky not to be picked off as it falls incomplete.
Right at you, folks. Here's what it feels like. Jimmy Kemp looking that way the whole time, delivers with timing. Oh, just off a little bit. Not sure if he was intended for the inside receiver or the outside receiver, but it looks like there's a little lack of communication there. That could have gone the distance the other way very easily.
So 2nd and 10 for the Argos. Inside the Hamilton 35. Kemp, lots of room to his left as he rolls out. Throws it for English. Andrew English can't hang on, and Frank West has the coverage. It'll be 3rd down in a field goal situation.
Tremendous bit of adjustment there by Andrew English. Almost made the circus catch with the one hand on the sidelines. Had a lot to think about. Had the defender in his lap. Had the sidelines and his feet to think about. Only had one arm to work with. Jimmy Kemp sprinting the corner, continues to go, trying to make something happen. Sees and is on the same page with Andrew English and just can't squeeze it there. Just too many things going on at one time. Griggs just all over Pinball. Just undressing him there. It's like, come here, younger brother. It looks like a younger brother situation there, doesn't it? McGriggs is so daggum tall. 6'3", and Pinball's 5'6". They didn't call it, though, did they?
There was a penalty on the play, yet unexplained. It's 2nd down and 10. Kemp gets away for a moment. Good scrambling ability. Kemp gets outside, but has no choice but to take it out of bounds. But there was no explanation. Excuse me, the marker indicating 1st down, so there was a penalty against the Tiger Cats. The sticks didn't move despite the incompletion to Andrew English on the play before.
Roddy said he didn't have a choice to go out of bounds, but he did have a choice, because a lot of quarterbacks, younger quarterbacks, would have turned back and tried to make something happen and throw that ball back against their body, into grain, into traffic. Jimmy Kemp made the proper decision, made the right choice, step out of bounds, keep your people in scoring position, and not turn the ball over.
Cat on the field. And the ball back to the Argo 28. The lost yardage by Kemp. Frank West is the injured Cat. We'll take a break. This is Adidas Friday Night Football on TSN. Back at Skydome as Hamilton defensive coordinator Don Sutherland looks on. Key concern, his corner Frank West, who's playing his first game of the season over at that position, is injured and walking off. So Eurocius Parker, the rookie, comes in to take his
for
place.
you to say. Tell you, things are getting thin down there, aren't they? In the corner, Cobb's out, not in the lineup. Got Frank West moving over there. Schilling takes his spot at half. You got Eurocius Parker filling in for Schilling at the half. Now West is down. Now Eurocius goes in for West at the corner. It's a chess match over there. You know, when you got 39 to work with, you don't have very many. So, you know, the players, you got to be versatile, be able to play inside or out.
Now, the addition of Parker, who was on the practice roster for weeks 1 and 2, served 2 purposes. This one, of course, is a backup in case something happened, given their dissatisfaction in the corner. But also, with Archie Amerson hurt, they wanted someone to come in and fulfill that role in the returns, which he's done pretty well.
That's right, and that's what we talk about, versatility in the Canadian Football League roster. The more you can do, the more value you are to your ball club.
So a new man on the corner, and Kemp out of the shotgun with the ball on 2nd and 15. Just gets it away, but nobody's there to take it. More Ticats pressure. They were coming again.
They sure were, and tremendous play by Jimmy Kemp. Smart heads-up plays, 2 of them in a row for Jimmy Kemp, getting rid of the football, giving his team a chance to put 3 more points on the board and go up by 12. We call this a jailbreak when you're playing quarterback, and this happens to you. This is what you're going to be looking at. It's just a jailbreak. Everybody's breaking out of jail, getting up on a quarterback, going after the warden.
Is there any time to panic in a situation like that, or is it all happening so fast?
Oh yeah, Rod. He's changing his drawers right now on the sidelines.
Well, Ben Giancola will try this from 35. He had a 47-yarder in the first half. This one has the legs, and it gets through. So good night for Giancola. And 3 more on the board. The equivalent of 3 converted touchdowns for the Argonauts. They have 21 points. And a 12-point lead in this game. Under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Rod, credit those 3 points to Jimmy Kemp for 2 heads-up plays, not turning the ball over, throwing it back against the grain, and not taking a sack, taking them out of field goal range there.
Well, maybe a hint of a smile for Jim Barker that we saw earlier, but he said it before. It's the 4th quarter, it's the finish that is the biggest concern for these guys.
Exactly right. I look at this game's a long way from being over.
Back to work, has a man, completes it to Mike Morreale. Just like that, Ticat first down on the move across their 45.
Good to see him get in the game. Hadn't heard much of Mr. Morreale. Zone coverage, Danny Mack reads it, throws a quick ball with timing, has the easy completion. Sitting up in the hole, boom, right there. timing. Morelli hangs on, makes a tough catch. Kid's versatile. He can go inside, make the tough one. He can go over the top, make the deep one for you. Big target, 6'3". Tough kid. Great to have on the football team.
While Danny McManus looks on, it appears there is an injured Argo down.
Abraham.
Number 3, Clifton Abraham. In his second year with the Argos.
Morelli getting tremendous response on the Morelli macaroni in their second dosage of the product being out there in the market. Over 20,000 sold already. And
that's remarkable.
That's tremendous for the McMaster Children's Hospital and proceeds for those kids. And I think I know his uncle, Russ, I talked to him on the phone about the project, and he's been doing a lot of the legwork for it. And it's a situation where that can be done across the league, and I think it's a perfect example of how the Canadian Football League players reach out to their prospective communities.
Now, in case you're not familiar with the story, Mike Morreale, Hamilton native, went to school at McMaster, and a very worthwhile cause, of course, the Hamilton Children's Hospital. He's come up with the Morreale macaroni, and it's been selling great, as Matt mentioned, well over 20,000. They're in the second lot of it all, and I believe $1 a box now going to Hamilton's Children's Hospital. So great news and great contribution on this first down. Short yardage off to the right side. The Ticats tried along the ground. And Eric Lapointe, the rookie, the ball carrier, to get it up at around the 50.
Morelli having a tremendous year last year, outstanding Canadian in the CFL. I mean, just reaping the rewards, just having a tremendous opportunity in the community. I mean, he's from Hamilton, he's from the area, and he's just giving back, and I just love to see that kind of thing happen.
It's a great story. He actually started his CFL career with the Argos. His cousin, Paul Massotti, can't play tonight because he's hurt with the Argos. Morreale, as you mentioned, had quite a year last year. That one falls incomplete and nearly picked off. Good pressure on McManus.
You know, it's amazing trying to sit up here and sit down and watch this game because you're just pulling your hair out. You know, there's so many close plays. Any one of them can make the difference in this ball game. Again, Danny McManus throwing a ball that he probably would want to have back. Just a quick end of the play here, just looking at how it unfolds. Ball's tipped. Morelli doesn't even know it's coming. Ball's tipped.
Right off.
Bryce just almost makes a shoestring catch for the interception.
The punt by Osbaldiston. Eric Blunt got his 10 flag down. It'll go against the Argos. They'll be hemmed even deeper after a 46-yard punt.
Kevin Thornell's going to get called here. He's just blatantly threw a clip there trying to make something happen. They're going to get backed up even closer to the goal line now. Tremendous opportunity for the Hamilton Tiger Cat defense come up big here and pin the ears back on Jimmy Kemp.
Excuse me,
illegal block. Toronto number 85, first down.
Well, we mentioned Morreale. How about his cousin Paul Mazzotti, who can't play tonight? He's down on the sideline with David Amber.
Thanks, Rod. Paul Mazzotti, pulled quad. You've got to be dying that you're missing this one. A Stony Creek native, the Argos' all-time leading receiver. Talk about your status.
Well, I keep forgetting I'm out of my uniform. I'm halfway in the field half the time. But it's just day-to-day, and hopefully I can get in there for Saskatchewan next week.
How tough has it been this year with such, a new quarterback and a new running back? Can you talk about the adjustments to make on offense?
Well, they're tough. We're changing personnel. Everybody's going down with injuries, and that's why we want to try to keep things constant. I wish I was in there helping the guys. We're coming through with some big catches and some big plays, so hopefully we can keep going.
Well, good luck to you coming back, and good luck in the rest of the game. All right, guys, back to you.
Thank you. We just saw what looked like perhaps a catch by Andre Kerwan, but they say no catch. Argos don't like it.
This is a design play. It's called a throw behind or a fly and die. Quarterback sees that he can't get up over the top. He throws it short. That's just a tremendous catch by Kerwin, and just, it's taken away from him, and that's stuff that can drive you crazy, as a coach, as a player, quarterback, receiver. But that certainly looked like a catch to me. Tremendous execution there on Jimmy Kemp and Andre Kerwin's part.
Kerwan comes out of the huddle, egging the fans on. Go ahead. Make some noise. Kemp taken down at the 5. Lamar McGriggs has him in the grasp. And it'll be third down. Argos will punt from their end zone.
I don't care if you're Nealon Green, you're not going to run away from that guy. Jimmy Kemp didn't have much of a prayer right there. He came out of the pocket and started going east and west instead of north and south. And Lamar Grigg can close some ground, folks. It's a design quarterback draw. Jimmy Kemp reads the hole, starts going east and west. It's nowhere land right there. And McGriggs has got an easy pickings for a takedown, forcing the Argos to punt already.
He formed an excellent linebacking core with Katie Williams with Saskatchewan in '97. But because of some clubhouse tension, the Saskatchewan Roughriders wound up trading both him and Williams off to the Tiger Cats, which was, at the time, it seemed like a surprise move, but Saskatchewan went on to the Grey Cup, so it becomes a little harder to question. But Lamar McGriggs has been a great linebacker in his short stay here in the Canadian Football League.
Well, I certainly like the way he moves, the way he covers, the things he brings to the table. He can rush, he can cover, he can run stop. He's a complete package. Great addition alongside of an all-pro like Calvin Tagle. I mean, come on. And then you go to the other side with Higgins, the way Joe's developing. They got a good thing going on in Hamilton.
We saw him earlier, even talking to Paul Mazzotti, who just spoke to David Amber earlier.
Paul said he's forgot that he's not in uniform, and exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm in uniform sometimes up here, and Paul's right down the sidelines. I couldn't imagine how it feels for him.
Rob Hitchcock, the injured Ticat, still down. Just up now and not looking too good as he favors, I believe, his left leg.
Hitchcock is right here. And Brown just comes over and takes his knee out right here. Doesn't look like he gets a helmet on it. It just looks like it almost might have happened beforehand.
The right knee for Hitchcock.
He got the blood all over his uniform right there. He's got everything going on. He's got the limp going. He's got the knee pads rolled up. He's got the short Ricky Martin hairdo going. Rob Hitchcock is a complete package. He can bring the hat too.
Not too many hit harder than he does in this league.
Great free safety.
Well, Noel Prefontaine is going to give up the safety.
Watch out for the balloons.
Zone. Running past balloons that got on the field and just wanders out in the back. Not the usual obstacle that anybody has to avoid on a football field, but nonetheless he did there to give up the 2 points.
Saw plenty of that last night. 3 of them, in fact, in one game. I don't believe I've ever seen that before. Just a flurry of safeties going on here in the Canadian Football League. Not a bad move. Don't put the Hamilton offense in good field position. Take it. Now hope to pin them back in their own territory, make them go the distance of the football field as opposed to playing on a short field. Good move.
Well, instead of a 12-point game, it is 10. Still a touchdown and a field goal ahead for Jim Barker and the Argos. And as Matt mentioned, much better field position than they otherwise would have had, and that is considering one of the top punters in the game is standing in his end zone too. Averaging over 50 yards a kick tonight, but even at that, Hamilton would have had it at midfield. Probably no worse than that. 46 seconds to go in the third, and this is the time for Jim Barker.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him. You know, he's down there relaxed, making decisions like that in the heat of the battle. You know, it's a key situation here. I'm sure he got some good help from Darryl Ladron, a fine special teams coach. He's all over his special teams this week due to the performance last week, and just, I think, a smart move at this point of the game not to put Hamilton on a short field.
A close game got out of their grasp in the season opener against the Alouettes when Jay Barker threw an interception to Irv Smith, run for a touchdown. The Argo lead evaporated. The Alouettes won. They led by 7 after 3 quarters in Winnipeg last week. The Bombers scored 30 in the 4th quarter and won it 47-27. 46 seconds to go off the kickoff, and Curtis Jackson taken down by Kevin Thornell. And the Argos with a 10-point lead.
Thornell comes up and makes a great play, closes on Curtis Jackson with a purpose. Makes a great open field tackle.
Thornell in the lineup, given all the injuries to other receivers. Mitch Running, who came over in that trade from Winnipeg, out.
He looked like a DB there, Rod. He got a head in front. He hit him low, finished through the tackle, tackled through him, and took Curtis Jackson down very nicely.
happy with that tackle. On special teams, Danny McManus on first down. Morreale. Antonius Bonner is right there. Short gain for the Ticats. It'll be 2nd and long. We have an update on Rob Hitchcock. Let's go to David Amber. David.
Rod, they are currently taping up the right quadricep of Rob Hitchcock. The physicians are working on him. He's in a considerable amount of pain. He's got a lot of blood on his uniform as well. It's undetermined whether he'll be back yet. They're working on him right now, and hopefully he'll be back for the Ticats. Obviously, they need him in there. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Tremendous athlete. Product right from Glendale High School in Hamilton. The pass to Ronald Williams. Tries to drive for the first down. It looks like he might be a little bit shy. Furthest progress getting to about the 37-yard line, which is where the sticks are for the first down. And the quarter comes to an end. The Argos lead after 3, taking a 10-point lead into the 4th quarter. Now let's go to G Stuff.
You're watching Adidas Friday Night Football, and we're at the quarter. Brought to you by 1-800-HI-IT'S-ME. It's the cheapest way to call. Collect.
All right, so the big strategic move was to take out Barker and put in Kemp. Let us assume that Barker is not hurt. Do you agree with that move?
Well, the first time when I saw Kemp come in there, I really didn't understand what it was all about. But when you look at how he played and some of his indecision, like he had a real hard time finding receivers. You can't take your 4 receivers out for a change. You can't take your offensive linemen out as a group for a change. You have to isolate your quarterback. I think he's struggling in terms of protection, because if you watch this play with Jimmy Kemp, he knows exactly the weakness backside in this protection. Lamar McGriggs has a free shot, and really Kemp, out of instincts, really is able to evade McGriggs, buys space, buys time, and then what a wonderful catch by Tyrone Brown to the outside towards the sidelines. Right now, Jimmy Kemp understands the protection, the weakness of the protection, not the strength, and that's the difference. So it's kind of like a situational thing more than an athletic or based on ability thing.
Isn't it, though, a big blow to Barker's confidence?
No, it can't be. I mean, you have to be mentally tough. If you get taken out of a football game, well, you're just like a cornerback. You have a bad period of time, you reevaluate the next day. So if Jay Barker cannot respond from this, then he doesn't deserve to be a quarterback, James.
All right, somebody has to question you with Dunnigan not being here, so I thought I'd give it a shot anyway. 1 quarter left in play. The Argos defense doing most of the damage so far. They have the lead. 15 minutes to go. Let us send you back to Skydome. Here are Rod and Matt.
Thank you, James. And you got to wonder what this guy's thinking. Jim Barker's still looking for win number 1, and he's been in this situation before, heading to the 4th quarter with a lead.
Talked to him yesterday. He feels they can come out and win here. They're in 2nd place, ahead of Hamilton, because they beat them head-to-head, and they're both 1 and 2. So as poorly as the first 2 games have gone for them, and how quickly they turned around in Winnipeg last week in the 4th quarter, he still feels very confident that they win this football team. They're right back in the thick of things, and they're ready to rock and roll.
And keeps them within striking range of those Alouettes, off to a 3-0 start. Montreal beating Winnipeg last night. Early on in the season, they look like the team, although they only beat the Ticats by 6, and they only beat the Argos by 3 a couple of weeks ago. Things look fairly close in this East Division. McManus throws off to his right. It's complete to Flutie on the 1st and 10. A look at the statistics following 3 quarters. Brought to you by Castrol GTX. Drive hard.
That looks like a quarter of football to me right there, except for the one right down here in the bottom. You know, that's the only thing deceiving. Everything else up here, folks, looks like a quarter of football to me. 24 yards rushing by Hamilton, 44 yards rushing by Toronto. Only 5 first downs for Hamilton. That's 1st quarter statistics, not 3 quarters. It's amazing how well these defenses are playing. It should be a great indication to everybody watching just how strong these 2 defenses are when you've only got 15 first downs combined by both clubs in 3 quarters of football.
That is remarkable, especially in the Canadian Football League. And they brought the sticks out to measure this one on the 1st down play. Flutie nearly had the 1st down, or did he? The nose of the football coming awfully close. And it'll be 2nd and just inches to go, about the nose of the football. Allen They're up near their 50, so they have good field position to work with, and down by 10. Lots and lots of time to go. If Danny McManus could just turn this thing around, it's not been a very good game for him, to say the least. The handoff to Williams has that and more. Easy first down across midfield down to the Argo 50.
Yeah, as good as Hamilton's, as bad as Hamilton has been, excuse me, in the first quarter, they're tremendous in the fourth quarter. They are strong finishers. You look at them here, Hamilton's best quarter is obviously the fourth, 27-9 right there, outscoring the opposition. Toronto, on the other hand, that's been their nightmare. 30-3, they've been outscored. Let's see what happens here tonight.
What's so interesting about that is both of those quarters, the big quarters and the bad quarter, happen at Winnipeg Stadium. Bombers victimized by the Ticats and then blowing out the Argos last week. That pass complete again for McManus, and it's Trevor Shaw with the catch. It'll be second down.
Already it seems like that's Trevor Shaw's forte, is catching the ball underneath, you know, and making those small catches and turn them into major first downs. He's a go-to guy for Danny McManus. He saw him a lot last week, and he had a tremendous game, came up big for the Tiger Cats, and I see him being a go-to guy for Danny Mac, you know, the entire season, catching balls just like that.
2nd and 7 from the Argonaut 49. McManus out of the shotgun. To Morreale. First down, Hamilton. Inside the Argo 40. Ticats, over 13 minutes to go, are on the move.
Danny Mac feels Michael O'Shea coming right there. Short arms it. Throws a strike to Morreale. Morreale makes a tough catch going in the middle. Knowing he's fixing to get struck there by Glenn Young. Picks up a critical first down. Excuse me. That was critical first down, wasn't it, Rod?
I think they're all critical at this point, aren't they? McManus back to pass again. Looking deep, but overthrows Andrew Grigg by a lot. And it'll be second down and 10, Ticats.
Yeah, some miscommunication there between Andrew and Danny McManus. Look on the boundary, Andrew's running right up